To cook, I have to say. They are slightly time consuming, but they are very easy to cook. So now I'm going to just give this a little try. Oh, the meat is really tender, and you can certainly taste the flavour of the spices. You get a big hit of those as soon as you put this in your mouth. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make my delicious oven baked chilli. As I just mentioned, today I'm going to be making an oven baked chilli. So for this YouTube channel and for my blog googieskitchenlife.com, I have made a lot of different chilies. I've made prawn chilies, I've made beef chilies, chicken chilies, but I have never oven baked it. So the other day I thought I'd give it a try, and the results were amazing, I have to say. So I thought I'd give it a go again. If you are wondering what's going on here, I'm actually boiling the beans for the chili. So I've used dried beans. You don't have to use dried beans if you don't want to, but I decided to today, and I'm just boiling them until there's very little water left. So what I did for the beans is I soaked them overnight in water in a large bowl with a lid. Then in the morning I drained them through a colander over the sink, and then I rinsed them out. And then I put them into this saucepan, and I have just simply added some salt and some baking powder and loads of water. So the water has to go about 2 inches above the beans. So there's lots of water for them to boil in. And then I just turned it on, brought it to the boil, and I'm leaving it to simmer, and it's doing quite well at the moment now. So it shouldn't be too much longer. As I said, the beans do need quite a lot of room to move. Now what I'm going to do is if I don't turn everything off, is I'm going to preheat my pan. So I'm going to turn this up to a medium heat. So I'm going to leave this on 7, that's on my hob. What I have discovered recently is so stainless steel pans don't need to be heated all the way to high. You can leave it on a medium heat and it will still heat quite well. Otherwise things start to stick and burn, I've noticed, but when I leave it on a 7 it doesn't tend to stick and burn. So when I leave it on a medium heat, nothing really burns on the bottom of this pan. So I'm saving my pans as well. It's all a learning process in cooking, and that's what I really love about it, is you get to learn so much as you go along. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this pan to heat up. But before I go, I just wanted to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you did really enjoy this video, and of course if you want to see more of these videos, then please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any comments or any questions, then please leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it. So as I said, I'm just going to leave this pan to heat up. The pan is getting nice and hot, so what I've done is I've peeled, sliced and diced 1 red onion, and I'm just going to pop that into the base of the pan. I'm going to fry this onion until it starts to soften. It should take around about 3 to 5 minutes, I'd say. So yes, as I said, I'm just going to stir this onion around until it starts to soften. The onion has started to soften, and it's also started to go clear, translucent as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 garlic that I've just simply peeled and sliced, and I'm going to pop that into my saucepan like so. And I'm going to fry this not for long, for about 30 seconds or so, just until you can start to smell the garlic. If you cook it for too long, it does burn, and I don't really like the taste of burnt garlic. It seems a bit too bitter for me. But if you don't mind it, then obviously you can cook it for longer. But yes, I can start to smell the garlic now, so I'm just going to leave that. And I'm also going to add in 1 courgette that I've peeled and grated, and 1 carrot that I've peeled and grated as well. The reason I grate these is simply because they cook quicker in the pan if they are grated. You don't tend to see them too much in the sauce. I feel like they make the sauce a bit more flavoursome if you grate them as well. And also my final reason, and probably the biggest reason, is simply because my husband and son won't see them in there, and that hopefully means that they will eat their dinner, because my son and husband aren't great vegetable fans, I have to say, so if I hide it in the sauce they never know. So this is why I do these things. Crazy as they seem, it does tend to work. It has stopped working a little for Ted, but it still works for Howard, so I am going to continue to do this, and probably until the day I die now. But yes, so I'm just going to fry this for about 5 more seconds or so, and then I'm going to add in the minced beef. So I have 500 grams of excuse me, of minced beef, or ground beef, I think you call that in America. And I'm just going to break this up with my spoon, and I'm going to cook it in with the vegetables. Now, if you did want to cook this before you cook the vegetables, then you're more than welcome to. I don't mind cooking it in with the vegetables. I don't really see what the problem is. It's going to cook, and the vegetables are cooked as well. So I don't mind cooking it here at this stage. Yes, so I'm just going to continue to break this up with my spoon, and I'm going to cook this until it turns a lovely golden brown colour. The minced beef has turned a lovely golden brown colour, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some herbs and some spices to this chilli. So in here I have a teaspoon of mild chilli powder. You can use medium or you can use hot if you want to. I have a teaspoon of ground ginger. I also have a teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of dried mixed herbs as well. And I'm just going to sprinkle those over the top, and I'm going to mix those in like so. Oh, that smells really good now. So I'm just going to mix all of that together, and then I'm going to add some salt and pepper to the meat as well. I am going to be adding tomatoes in a moment, but I thought I'd just add a bit of seasoning to the meat before I add in the tomatoes. So I'm just going to add a little bit of salt as well. And then, as I said, I'm going to add in my tinned tomatoes. So I have 1 tin of chopped tomatoes here. I'm going to try not to get this onto my white top. Silly colour to wear when you're... My grandmother would be cursing me right now, I'm sure she would. White always gets dirty, Alexis. What are you doing wearing white? Sorry, Nan. I can hear her saying it now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some chicken stock into the tin and swirl it around a little bit. And then I'm going to pour that into the chilli mix, and that just gets rid of all the juice from around the side of the tin. I have shown that in previous videos, so if you have seen that before, I'm very sorry you're seeing it again. I'm sure it will remind you though. I'm hoping it reminds you to do that. So yes, I think, oh no, I've got to add a little bit of tamari to this as well. So I'm going to add the tamari, and I'm going to leave this now. I'm going to turn the heat up slightly, just by 1. And then I'm going to leave this to come to the boil, and I'll add in my black beans, and then I will put it in the oven, and hopefully by the end of about an hour and a half we'll have a delicious chilli for dinner. I've drained off the black beans, and I have washed them once again, and now I'm just going to pop these into the chilli as I said earlier, and I'm going to put the lid on and pop this into the oven for about an hour to an hour and a half, and I'll serve it and let you know how it tastes. But as I said, I'm off to pop this into the oven. The chilli has been in the oven for about an hour now, and it does smell really good, I have to say. If you can see that, it looks really good as well. I'm just going to add some spinach and some coriander to this. So as I said, I'm just going to add the spinach and the coriander. and I'm going to mix those round like so until they wilt down in the sauce. I forgot to mention earlier, but I did preheat my oven to 160 degrees, so I did it on a slightly lower heat so that this would keep cooking for a little bit longer. So I'm going to serve this in a moment, and as I said earlier as well, I will try some and let you know how it tastes, but right now it smells so good I could eat a lot. As promised several times now, I'm going to try a little bit of it. I cooked off the rice while the chilli was in the oven. I have used white rice this time. I do normally use brown, but my son tends to prefer white, so I have used white, and I have cooked it in bone broth the way I like to. I have done a recipe for cooking rice, and I have done a recipe for cooking beans, and I will link both of those in the description box below for you. If you want to use tinned beans, then you can, but dried beans are dead easy to cook, I have to say. They are slightly time consuming, but they are very easy to cook. So now I'm going to just give this a little try. Oh, the meat is really tender, and you can certainly taste the flavour of the spices. You get a big hit of those as soon as you put this in your mouth. Oh, that's really nice. I'm really looking forward to that for my dinner this evening. That's how you make my delicious oven baked chilli, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.